Meh. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drawing Night. We are gonna be doing something for sure. Oh, here I need to close some of these windows real quick. There we go. Makes it easier for me to do some rearranging on the screen here. There we go. I just need to move that out of the way. There we go. There we go. That should let me do things as I need. Hello, Chewy. Hello. Let me just... Let's just start off with a little circle. I think the neck should be over here. There we go. Let's get some nice shapes in there real quick. Try to figure out what we're doing. Yeah, just getting some shapes down in there. Maybe the neck shouldn't be that. We'll figure it out. Oh, hello, Ash. Alright, no worries, man. See you around. Hello, Nico. No, excuse me. Oh, thank you, thank you. Hello, Shush. Nah, whoops. Did I forget? I did forget to let the playlist put on repeat. Whoops. Dash my bad. Here you go. Oh, excuse me. hello, Juju. Oh, I'll be back in a second, folks. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Oh, okay, I'm back. Okie dokie. There's so many screenshots of Moira getting played in the game. Terrible. Terrible. What an awful character. How long will it take for Overwatch to get a second... What is it? What is that faction called? Talon? Like another Talon, like, support character. It's just Moira, right? Never at this point. Well, we're gonna get 6 characters a year now. They've doubled production. That's why we have 4 DPSs in a row. Oh. Funny how that worked out, isn't it? Oh, Sierra? That was her name, right? You know, she do point gun and shoot. Oh. I think that's my issue with DPS characters in games like Overwatch, is I'm looking at gameplay and I'm like, yo, they do be holding a gun and shooting it. Granted, as soon as I saw Sierra, like, what is it, she launching her drone and grapple up to it, my immediate thought was like, oh, you get to put yourself in position to get sniped by Widow. Amazing. Doing the work for her, I see. Like, that just seems like that's what's gonna happen, right? It's not just me. Talking shit about Honoron. I've liked Honoron since she was in the Wu Yang trailer. I was just like, damn, don't even care about Wu Yang. When are we getting her? And the answer was a year later. It's like, oh my god, she has like a personality. I think that's the thing that I like about Wu Yang and Honoron, is they're like the first Overwatch 2 characters that feel like characters. I'm sure people will be upset at me about that one, but like, you're not gonna tell me that Freya feels like a character. Right? Like, nah. That shit ain't happening. And even like the new bundle of characters, like for what season 1, that's not weird. I feel like okay. I feel like people would disagree with me on how they should number things in these games. Why do we say a season is every couple months? Why not call it the year a season? And then call the individual updates episodes. Wouldn't that be fun? I feel like that would be easier to follow. That's just me. Because then they could have called this, like, Season 2, Episode 1. Ooh. I think that would have worked better. That's just me. Maybe I'm just TV pilled, you know? Like... But I've always found, like, oh yeah, for the season, it's 1 month. Okay. Okay, Selkie. But if, like... in the Season 2 trailer for Overwatch 2, if it went... previously on Overwatch, The Rise of Talon. And it showed... like, wouldn't... Are you not saying you wouldn't love that? Cause, like, I would love that. Just saying. Granted, like, they say they're going to have this be, like, the main thing going forward for Overwatch. They'll have, like, overarching things. I give it 2 years. I give it 2 years, and then they'll give up again. We need more than one cinematic for that. Okay, but wouldn't it be funny if the recap was just the whole previous cinematic? That's how you get watch time. Blizzard, hire me. It could work. It could work. That flashback filter? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you want it gray or sepia tone? You know, we got options here. We got options. Hello, Ben. The long lost drawing stream? You don't have to say it like that. It's not that bad, is it? It's kind of that bad. Look, when I draw for multiple hours a day, sometimes I don't want to do a drawing stream, okay? Probably should do it more often, though. Probably should. Then people can see how ass I am. You know, a nice reminder. Your hello? Hello? What? Was it actually? What? Curious. Apparently the YouTube chat now, like, autocorrects things and will even translate some things. But it's inconsistent about it, and I don't know if I can turn that off or not. Okay, interesting. Very interesting, very interesting. What did YouTube mean by this? Here, give me a second. Money? Well, you know, some people might consider an owo currency of the furry world. Oh no. It only works on single word. Interesting. Wait, maybe this is amazing. Oh no. Look, now people are gonna just be thinking you're just spamming the word money in chat. I'll be experimenting. I see, I see. Okay, but Selkie, will you try out Sierra? Or are you gonna sit back on on Moira still? I found myself like playing a lot more me, a DPS. I mean, I play a lot more so symmetric. The couple times I've played recently. Sim or Sombra? It's so true, bestie, so true. Those are the only options. They're fun. Like, I want to sit down and learn Sombra because she seems a lot of fun, but I always feel like I'm either doing nothing or the enemy team hates me. And I'm like... It's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Which, you know, we try not to do anymore. They always hate you. Look, they announced another Sombra rework. This is the time to get it. We gotta wait until they rework her, right? I'm sure they'll change her invisibility again. Is what it is. I live for the kill. Hello, Coco Pika! You made it back home for Josh content. Barely. Well, you know, I'm not done with the drawing yet. We're still just out here, you know. We're in cleaning up the sketchy sketch. Do they just censor death? That one's fine. That's good for the chat replay. That's very good. Death, murder, kill. Selkie, are you sure you don't play Reaper over there? It censors twink. Good. Kind of funny, kind of funny. No, femboy is fine apparently. That one's all good. Fembird, terrible, terrible. Get out of here. Oh, but do we like the draft so far, guys? It's too far. I mean... I see two twinks. I mean... Tyson's a twink. I don't know if we can call... Don't know if we can call Dave a twink. Is he a little too husky for that? Here we can... Okay, did I miss anything? Yeah, I did. Okay. Where is that? Whoop. Checking some more, okay. For science, we have to learn what gets censored in the YouTube chat and what doesn't. For science! We have to come up with the YouTube algorithm language, you know? The YouTube chat speak. What does it want? What does it see? Oh, it's down here. That's probably what's happening in. Okay. Bird must be censored now. No one can censor me. No one can stop me. I am too strong. The bird hole isn't censored. You stop that. Such questions should not be answered. That gets by? Okay. Interesting, interesting. Like a loan shark. How much money? Hmm. Hmm. This better be blue sea salt ice cream. Do you think these fuckers are in Japan? Do you think these two have the money for that? No. They're stuck in Australia. He's biting on them instead of licking. Like, it's just more fish. Okay. So like, I guess I'm the insane one. I'll bite into a popsicle, but I won't bite into ice cream. I thought that was normal. Apparently, people think it's weird to bite on a popsicle. I don't know. It's not like, okay, so I don't know. It's not like you're sinking your entire teeth into the popsicle. You're just kind of like gnawing on the top layer and then snapping it. Like, at least that's what I do. Yeah, it snaps! It snaps off! Okay, but like one of the things I'll always miss in Japan is like those vending machine ice creams that are like it's kind of like a popsicle. Like the blue kind of ramen sea salt flavored ones, you know, like the lemony salt ones that like they're in like the plastic bottle and you're just kind of meant like it'll melt a little bit and so you'll be able to like squeeze out the an odd thing to have to explain, but you know, like it almost looks like a plastic yogurt pack except it's like an icy thing, and it is good. I like it. Anytime I'm in Asia, I'm like those. That's a vending machine. It has the thing. I want it. 300 yen. I got 300 yen in my stupid Nick Wild coin pouch because, of course, that's what I have. Okay, but like the last 2 times I've been to Asia and I use that fucking like the Nick Wild like coin bag I have for things, I always get compliments on it at like registers. Nick Wild coin pouch is crazy. I got it in Disney in Hong Kong. This was years ago, by the way. I don't think you can find them anymore. At least like that specific one that I have. Like but I had to get it. It was cute. I use it as my dice bag for card game thing, you know, whatever, and I always get looks when I set that on the table. I think the worst part is I have 2, like, coin purses that are Nick Wilde, and I use them both for different types of, like, dice encounters and things for card games, so I just, like, have to pull those out. They know what you... I mean, I make no qualms about it. Like when I'm playing card games, I'm the only gay man at that store. So so they just kind of have to be nice to me about it. It's very funny. So I used to do that, and then people like believed me, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, because I don't think I'm subtle when I'm lying about it, and then people will just go like, okay, and I'm like, God, you all are stupid. Like, oh my God, Bulma, my waifu, you know, because I was playing Dragon Ball back then. Which, you know, she is best girl. Like, let's make no qualms. She's the best Dragon Ball character. Let's just, you know. Without Bulma, there is no Dragon Ball. It just is what it is. They didn't know you all lie constantly, like a little bit. I don't know, I've heard some of the straight people there talk about how they thought that, oh god, what was the last Fantastic Beasts movie? I don't know. I don't really care. But we're... people were, like, talking about it, going like, oh, I thought that was, like, probably positive gay rep, right? There is a gay character, so it also means that the writer is not homophobic. And I'm like, what a world. There we go. That's fine. Are they cute guys? Are they just the cutest little fellas? I think they're pretty cute. Bottom eyes. In the top position or the bottom one? What? What an odd statement. What an odd question. Palms facing up or down? That's how it works. What? How? What? Bro, I don't even know. What does that mean? It's fine, you know, it is what it is. Like, when you do the church thing? Oh my god. Look, I haven't set foot in a church in like 8 years, alright? It was Easter. God is gonna be so sad. I really don't care. You know, I'm sure when I stopped going to church, I'm sure the staff were happy. I mean, I thought they were kind of cool. Like, they were either happy or like, you know what? At least Josh was memorable. What most teachers tell me, I don't know. A lot of my teachers from both high school, college, and whatever, when I was just like, you know, Josh, you were a very memorable student. And I'm like, what does that mean? Story time, Josh. Tell us. What? I'm just me, guys. Like, I don't know if that like. You know, the father of the church was cool. That man was like, you know, 80 or whatever. He was pretty alright. He always seemed like he had the most endless patience in the world. And when he knew something would probably be a problem, he would just calmly and like work around it, you know? Like oh god, there was like a church event that I didn't mean to be a part of, but I was also like, whatever, man, I'm here. Maybe it'll be funny. Like, legitimately that was the thought process. But it was like, oh god, it was like a breakfast for dinner type thing where it's like, oh, it was like free food for people that wanted to come to the church to get free food, and like it was all cooked by like staff and volunteers. And so like I was like, oh my god, can I can I be in the kitchen and cook the pancakes? I think that would be fun. And originally someone was like, yeah, sure. And then the father found out, and the youth group counselor found out and was like, okay, Josh, no. And I'm like, but I'm already here. And they're like, no. And I'm like, I haven't done anything yet. And they're like, we just don't want anything to happen. No one ever trusts me with that stuff. I don't understand. But I thought it was very funny, right? Because like the father left, and then the youth group counselor was like, okay, Josh, why don't you help wait tables? You know, get their order, get their thing. And I was like, lit. And they gave me one table to wait on, because they were like, no more. We don't want anything weird with Josh to happen. You know, you never know with this kid. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And you know, I help out a family. They were all cool. It was a good time. Clearly someone informed like the father that like that I was now waiting a table, and he just comes over and is like, and asks that family like, you all okay? Josh do anything? You're all good? Yeah? Okay. Like is what it is. See, I don't even think I was like, you know, because I feel like I could have been a lot ruder to the whole like church system, and instead I'm just like, yeah, blink twice for help. No, because I just like sat and chatted with that family, just like, hey, how's it going? You doing? And it's like, yeah, these pancakes are pretty decent. Yeah. They're homemade. It was like some recipe in the thing. Yeah, you know, just chatting it up. And they're like, you know, as most people do, they're like, no, Josh is just nice to talk to. He's charismatic. And it's like, yeah, see, this is my... That's my superpower, I guess. Because I was never, like, rude to staff, being like, oh, prove to me God is real. Because I'm like, man, not even I stoop that low. I just kind of, like, didn't care. And they knew that I just didn't care. I would just, like, say what's on my mind. I feel like that's what gets me in trouble more than anything else in life. Is I just, like, make no qualms with saying what's on my mind. Left the fedora at home? I don't know. I think I said this, like, on another stream, but I think my favorite thing that ever happened at that church is, like, what is it called? Communion? Confession? Confession. I had to do confession once, right? Where you go into the booth and like the priest father guy is on the other side and he can't see you. And you know, he does his spiel and is like, yeah, please confess the sins. And I just go like, I don't think I really done anything sinful, man. Like I'm just living life, you know? Like I'm truthful to myself. I think that's pretty good. And then I just hear very softly on the other side of the confessional, and I'm like, I did it. way you said it, he knew. Man, that man recognizes my voice. It's fine. Like when they're like, oh yeah, you do confessional, like, you know, confession, it's all anonymous, you're all fine. And all I'm thinking is like, man, everyone knows my voice. Like there's nothing anonymous about this. It's supposed to go once. What do you mean? What? It's fine. You know, everyone always says you should be truthful to yourself until they meet me. And then they politely ask me to not do that. And I'm always like, it's not like I'm saying anything hurtful, actively rude, or anything, so I can't get in trouble for the things that I say. But they're always just like, yeah, but like, damn. You can't shut me up. I'm too strong. You can't get me for anything. I'm too powerful. I'll never forget the girl in college that tried to report me for, like, me being rude to her. And the teacher had to, like, find her account, like, had to, like, find out the things I had said in class. And, you know, this is college, right? So it's already, like, hilarious to me that this is happening. And the teacher's just like, Josh didn't say anything, like, to you, was actively rude to you, aside from the one comment, but even then, that was more of a question. It was in an art class, and I just talked to the people around me while I'm painting, right? I'm just doing my thing. Digital painting, by the way. It was a graphic design course. I do want to specify that. You know, we're at our computer stations. I just chat to the people next to me the entire time while I'm doing my work. And this girl that sits like 4 seats away from me just like exploded one day and was just like, can you just do your fucking work? Can't you just like for one day in this class actually do your work for once? And I'm like, I'm actually ahead 2 weeks in the class. In terms of coursework, you know. And you know, she kind of shut up for like a week. Until, you know, because I'm just chatting with the people next to me, you know, like having a good time, and she explodes again, and you know, just like yells at me about how I'm like the scum of the earth and whatever. And I sit there and I look at her in the face after she like shouts at me for like several minutes, and I just simply ask, were you homeschooled? She like immediately grabbed her bag and walked out of the classroom. You know, it was kind of funny, like, the dean's pseudo got involved. I got asked about, like, you can't just ask if they're homeschooled. Was she, though? Oh, she was homeschooled. Yeah. She was homeschooled from elementary to high school. College was the first time she was in, like, classrooms, apparently. I was told that all after the fact by staff of the school. So... Well, it was just specifically, like, how she... Like, what she thought I was doing that was bad. Like... Because I'm like, we're in an art classroom doing art. I feel like that's fine to be social. And even the teacher was like, you were just like doing like, you weren't like, nothing you said should have actively disrupted anyone except for the homeschool comment. But even then the teacher thought it was funny. So like, so like it was fine. I remember getting asked by a counselor, like, why'd I ask if she was homeschooled? And I just simply replied with, I don't know, she just came off as homeschooled to me. For objectively funny crimes. Yeah, no, I didn't get punished at all. She transferred out of the class. Mind I didn't get told anything like, don't do that again, or like whatever. It was just like, I was asked to give my side of the story, and that was it. And yep, that was how it went. You know, sometime... Her first time feeling bullied. Like a bitch, I wasn't even talking to you! Also, if you wanted to join in the conversation, all good, come on! Like... Do you also want to talk about the hands of Toucan Sam and how weird they were on the boxes of cereal that year? It is what it is. I remember there was a day in which we were talking about cereal mascots. And I remember just getting a lot of looks from other people that were doing their work, and they would just like turn around to like look at the conversation every once in a while. It was very funny. Toucan Daddy. With the cereal mascot discussion. Well, it kind of came on like at the start of the conversation, you know, you have the like, oh, Tony is daddy, or like, oh, Josh is your favorite cereal mascot, Tony the Tiger, that's just like you. And I was like, no, actually, if I was gonna fuck any one of the cereal mascots, it's gonna be the Cookie Crisp Wolf. Who started that conversation? Like me, of course. Like... Culture. Man, you ever just look at the Cookie Crisp Wolf and just kind of go... You're like a desperate bottom, aren't you? You ever get that feeling from that man? Isn't Tony the Tiger the cereal dad? I mean, like, he's dad. But, like, you know, you don't always just want dad, right? Begging on his knees, sobbing and drooling. A little bit. That's kind of how that man is, yeah. Have you seen the Honey Stars furry? Is that one the bear? Or like, oh, which one is that one? Honey stars. Give me a minute. Let me Google that. Yes. Okay. Okay. I was like, that's the bear, right? Yeah, because, you know, it was a graphic design art course, so, like, we would just have to, like, do modules and, like, submit them and whatever. So it was really easy for me to, like, get through a bunch of them in one class period and not really do much. So, like, the teacher didn't mind that I would just chat with the people next to me, and they would also get their work done and submit it on time. So it's not like I was, like, disrupting the people next to me. And the people across the classroom, you know, they don't count. If they're getting distracted by someone talking about wanting to fuck the Cookie Crisp wolf halfway across the classroom, that's on them for eavesdropping on that conversation. See, the best part about that conversation, right, was even the teacher was like, yo, Tony kind of daddy, though. That teacher was cool. They do. Yeah. That teacher was so cool. They were this, like, they were a non-binary professor that would, that loved Evangelion, would berate students for not knowing 90s classic anime, and they ended up quitting their job to become a trucker. Beer bottles. It was Coca-Cola. Okay. Plotline is that? What do you mean? Look, it's just that's just what happened. Like, I only had them for one semester because, like, the next semester they quit their job and was like, I'm becoming a trucker. Bye, everyone. They were real neat. It does pay a lot. That was the exact reason. They were like, I'm getting more money. Like, yeah, they had said that they would get paid more for being a trucker than they did be, like, commissioning, like, being an art commissioner online, and schooling. Like, just doing one trucker, like, just in the one trucker position paid more than, like, the 1.5 jobs they had. So they're just like, bye. Shit was very funny. Can they pee freely? Oh. You know, they were a very confident aura farming person. I feel like they could, and no one would say anything. Like, that was a teacher that, like, other students would be like, they're kind of scary, aren't they? And I would just, like, kick open the door to their classroom and be like, yo, what up? That teacher said that they liked me for being free-spirited. Is what it is. They can free if they have a Pringles can. It's true. It's true. Look, Pringles cans are the ultimate portable toilet, okay? They retain liquid very good. Josh, it's paper. And I know for a fact a Pringles can half filled with liquid of a certain variety didn't soak through for like an entire 4-hour period. Of aluminum on the packaging. There actually is. So, like, it was fine. You let it marinate in there for 4 hours. I had nowhere to dispose of it. I love the Pringles story. It's really funny. I told it years ago, you know? That whole story. Y'all can, I almost think it'd be funnier not to tell y'all. Y'all can use your imagination. It's all good. As long as the truckers are paid handsomely. Like, truckers do get paid well. Gatekeeping the Pringles gate. Look. Y'all will have to pester me about the Pringles story for another night. Isn't it funnier not knowing? You gotta spill. Oh my god. You know, I think it's funny. All of my, like, earliest Patreon members do know about this. And the people that were subscribed to me or, like, actively watching my streams in the first year of me streaming also know. So... it is what it is. So, you know, always keep a Pringles can in your car. You never know when it's gonna be useful. Are they still active in chat? A couple of them. That's why occasionally, like, people will bring up Pringles cans. Would that be a good merchandise item for the channel? Make your only merch piss related. I mean, okay, what if it was a plushie of myself and like there was an accessory Pringles can? Would that be better? If I somehow got an Nindroid and it came with a Pringles can, like... I feel like that would be it. I feel like that would be a good use of it. There, do you all think this is turning out all right? Are these two goodest lads? Okay, but I want to know, how many people lick popsicles versus biting them? What do we got? What do we got here? Who's brave enough to munch on a popsicle versus just licking it? You're a licker. Sensitive tooth? I mean, like, same. I have really sensitive teeth. And I don't care. I'm gonna snap off a part of the popsicle. I don't care if my teeth are sensitive or not. I'm not a Josh. Oh no. And it became drippy by the time I made it inside. See? This is why you just bite it. Laughs in the face of tooth pain. Well, as long as, like, the tooth doesn't, like, fully sink in to the frigid, like, popsicle, like, it's fine. If you just, like, snap off a piece and crunch on it, like, it's all good. Like, whatever. I don't think it's that much of a problem. It fine. At least to me. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, sometimes I'll do that. If it's, like... If the popsicle feels, like, extra cold, I'll do that. Like, it's fine. It'll still snap off, so, like, whatever. Like, popsicles aren't that hard to, like, break. So, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It is... Okay. There we go. Okay. Kiko? Oh, I don't remember that. It's long plastic popsicles. Oh, are those... I remember getting a bunch of different brands of, like, popsicles when I was a kid in Japan, but I do not remember the brand names. Like, at all. I remember getting the ones where it's... Oh god, this might sound weird. It's like the almost... The two almost cylindrical tube popsicles that, like, there's a little, like, part in the center of it where it goes a bit concave, where you can snap it, and so, like, you have two popsicles out of one long one. You just snap it in half. I remember that. I remember getting those a lot. Yeah, that's Kiko. Okay. Yeah, I remember those. I always liked the blue ones. Have you always liked snapping things? You stop that. Terrible. I think there's only, like, one thing that I always mention to people that I'll put into my mouth, and then people go, why the fuck do you do that? And it's only in the summertime, okay? But after I drive my car, when I take out the car key, I'll sometimes just, like, put the car key into my mouth. Because, like, it's all warm. And I think that feels neat. I forgot that you do that. Yeah. It's all, like, toasty and warm. And it's like, oh, that's neat. And I'll just, like, stick it in my mouth. And I'm like, oh, it's warm. Never could I even imagine such a thing. What's wrong with that? Guys, it's not that weird, okay? It's only a little bit weird. Only a little bit. It's not that much, okay? Okay. All can agree on that? Very good. You don't get to decide what's weird. I mean... It's not weird to me. Okay, what's weirder? That... or jerking off while driving? That's a crime. I have one hand on the wheel. Oh no, it's you. Look, it's only happened a handful of times. It's fine. Unironically needs to be caged. What do you mean? Look, I've only ever done it at like 3 in the morning. It's not like anyone else is around. Twinkie car? No. It's usually for the opposite. What, have you never just been, like, really bored while driving? No, just me. I see how it is. You get very awake and wired. Yeah, it's like different for everyone. People usually just sing. Man, why not both? True copy? I see. Is that supposed to be... Okay, go. I have a thing... I don't know if you all can do this, but, like, I have a thing that lets me scroll over, like, what you say in chat to see it before it autocorrects. I don't know. Just to remind us to be scared. Oh my god. How do you not make a mess? I mean... Not the emergency Pringles can again. No, that's only for piss. Also, do you guys not, like, have, like, a tissue box in your car? Like... What is this emoji? What? You're literally Leo in the car. Like, okay, so like I never I never understood why people complained about Leo in that scene. Because I'm just like, yeah, whatever, man, I get it. I think that's reasonable. But the smell... Then you throw out the tissues after! I cannot with you tonight. Oh my god, you can get it clean after. Holy shit, like, it's not that big a deal. It's just not. I'm gonna crash out. What do you mean? It's defiled. Look, it's fine. I don't leave the tissues in there. I throw them out. Most people, when they walk into my car, ask about the birds. Don't ask. When I had to move the hot dog bird and someone asked about it, I'm like, look. Okay, so I have, like, a bad habit of buying these, like, stupid, like, bird knick-knack things that you're meant to, like, display on shelves, and sometimes I just, like, don't bring them into the house, and so sometimes I just have birds hanging around in my car. Like, weird novelty birds with different outfits. The one that's currently sitting in my passenger seat looks like a hot dog. I have a whole shelf of these fucking novelty birds. I'm not gonna take a picture of them, okay? I have a bunch over there off to my left. And to my right, a couch full of plushies. Sometimes there are plushies in my car, because I also will just buy plushies impulsively and just throw them in the back seat. I want to say the birds. No. How are they novel? Like, the birds? They're kind of novel. Like, do you not think novelty little birds aren't fun? Gatekeeping the birds. I think it's fine. It's fine. See, this is what happens during the drawing stream, guys. This is why I can't do drawing streams very often. We go off the rails talking about me. We can't do that. You have a wolf plush? Ah. I have a bunch of giraffe plushies. Actually, I have a weird paper mache giraffe that is taller than my monitor on my desk. And I just like have his head peeking out over the monitor. I love him. He's great. My family likes buying me giraffe memorabilia. In a spacesuit next to your TV. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I just have a couple framed illustrations of Nick Wilde above my TV. Look, don't ask. Don't ask. Do you like giraffes? No, so it was like I mean, like, I do like giraffes. They're really funny. Have you seen them? Look how silly they are. But like, it was more of a running gag with my family where, like, I mentioned at a zoo once that, like, they don't have giraffe plushies. And my dad told me that the next time he sees a giraffe plushie, he'd buy it for me. And then 20 years went by, and we still do that, so... It just is what it is. Cute? Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, oh, it's just like a childhood family thing. So it's like multiple family members will still buy me like giraffe stuff. So I just have a ton of giraffe things. Like I have a like glass giraffe that's also on my desk. And I have a giraffe head plushie that I meant to like mount on the wall like a trophy. Currently it's just like sitting on my couch next to a couple Porg plushies from Star Wars. It is what it is. And next to the other two giraffe plushies. Where's my really large giraffe plushie? Wait, give me a second. Okay, so I have this, like, 3-foot tall giraffe plush, and, like, I love him. There was a while where I would have him in the passenger seat of my car, because I thought that was funny, you know, to, like, buckle in this, like, giraffe. And, you know, it's a college campus, so everyone, like, kind of just has to see this giraffe that's in my car. I'll never forget. So I always, like, the art classrooms had a parking lot, right? Like, you would enter this weird side entrance to the school, right? And it was, like, right next to a side parking lot, and the art classrooms were, like, right there. Right after you walk into the building. And I just remember there was one day where, like, a classmate comes in and they're just like, bro, I saw a giraffe, like, in someone's car. And I just had to go, oh, that was me. That's my giraffe. And they're like, no way. And I went, like, give me a second, I'll bring them in. I went to my car and brought in my giraffe in the class. They said that was probably the weirdest thing that they've seen in, like, in the passenger seat of someone's car. So the next week I put an anime waifu body pillow in the passenger seat, just to see if anyone would notice. A lot of people noticed. I see why you're memorable. Bro, I'm just being me. Like... Why do you have that? Oh, well, you see, I bought the limited edition copy of Hyperdementia Neptuna, Unlimited, and it came with a body pillow of Purple Heart. So, Josh, you carry that het trash. Look. We stan Hyperdementia Neptuna in this household, okay? Okay. That franchise is Hyper Lesbian Turbo. It's amazing. I don't think it counts as het trash. The body pillow is. It's not even like sexual. It's just the key art of Purple Heart. Why girls' boobs so big? Oh my god. Look, I love the Neptunia games. Like, they're god-awful, by the way. Like, let's not... We're not gonna mince words, alright? Alright, the Neptunia games are bad. They are indeed enjoyable. They are indeed funny. I keep telling myself, like, oh, I'll like buy them on Steam when they're super cheap, because I own them on the Vita, and I can't really stream them on the Vita. I know the majority of them are on Steam, though, so... Date Alive? Oh my god. Oh, who was your favorite in Neptunia? I'm a Vert fan. I think she's funny. Has to be Nep. Okay, like, Nep is real good. Nep is great. Like, I do really like her. I barely remember any of them. I get it. I get it. Guys, how do you think it turned out? Do you like the little the drawing? Is it the cute? Yeah. Sorry, I was stretching. They're cuties. They're just little guys. Just little lads, you know. So what do you guys think? Another 2 months before I do another drawing stream? You know, we can't... Can't do this too often, right? But everyone will think I'm crazy. It is what it is. Hello, YouTube recommended the stream. Ah, hello. Do you think Tyson struggles around with... Don't dehydrate us. I never know what to draw on stream. Like, I keep going like, oh, should I like do a drawing on stream? And then I don't have any ideas. And I'm like, let's not do that. This kind of popped into my head, and I was like, okay, well, I can probably draw that. I can probably draw those two being cuties. Maybe. Is what it is, you know. Maybe I should start, like, posting, like, on the community page, being like, what do y'all want me to draw? Maybe I should do that more often. I used to do that when we did weekly drawing streams.
I don't know, man. Then I stopped doing that. I draw too much off stream now, okay? Like I never remember if the password cast wears shoes or not. I just assume that they, like, you changed. Oh no, now I have to draw off stream a lot. It is what it is. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, at least once a week, I do drawing in the Discord server, so like for work-based drawing, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Y'all have to remind me to do more drawing streams. Sometimes I just forget how long it is in between them. You all have to remind me. That's your responsibilities, okay? Otherwise, we're going back into the RPG dungeons. It is what it is. It is what it is. You have to remind you to to feed us. Yeah? Dogs have to do that. You know? Like, don't dogs have to, like, smack their owner and be like, yeah, feed me. Some people will forget, and then the dogs will remember. Cats will too. Josh is streaming half of that. That's fine. I stream at really weird hours. It's kind of like, yeah, I'll stream now. Or I won't. It is what it is. But alright, folks. I should probably wrap this up. Get myself some dinner, you know? It is what it is. But I do hope that you have all enjoyed. And I'll see you guys around. Have a good night, everyone.